10th క్లాస్ లోని ఇంపార్టెంట్ చాప్టర్ ఎలక్ట్రిక్ కరెంట్ లోని కొన్ని బిట్స్ చూడటం జరుగుతుంది. ఆ క్వశ్చన్స్ వాటి ఆన్సర్స్ ఏంటో ఇప్పుడు పరిశీలిద్దాం. ఫస్ట్ బిట్, డాష్ is an electric discharge between two clouds. So the correct answer is A, lightning. Dash is an electric discharge between two clouds is lightning. అంటే టూ క్లౌడ్స్ మధ్య ఉన్న ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ హై పొటెన్స్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఉన్నప్పుడు వాటి మధ్య ఎలక్ట్రికల్ డిశ్చార్జ్ జరుగుతుంది. అలా జరిగినప్పుడు మనకి లైటింగ్ అనేది ఫామ్ అవుతుంటాయి. సెకండ్ వన్, ఇన్ ద బ్యాటరీ కెమికల్ ఎనర్జీ is convert into dash energy. Option A, mechanical energy. Option B, electric. Option C, magnetic. Option D, heat. So the correct answer is electric energy. So in the battery, chemical energy is converted into electric energy. Third one, dash conduct electricity. Option A, insulator. Option B, semiconductor. C, conductor. D, none of this. The correct answer is option C, that is conductor. Conductor conduct electricity. So conductors can allow the electricity. Fourth one, the arrangement of the positive ions in a metal is called dash. A, lattice. B, energy. C, energy gap. D, valency. Correct answer is option A, lattice. Fifth one, the ordered motion of electron is called dash. A, voltage. B, electric current. C, resistance. D, none of these. Correct answer is option B, electric current. The ordered motion of electrons is called electric current. Sixth one, the SI unit of electric current is A, volt. B, ampere. C, ohm. D, ohm meter. Correct answer is option B, ampere. SI unit of electric current is ampere. Seventh one, the magnitude of electric charge is dash coulomb. A, 1.602 into 10 power minus 19. B, 1.206 into 10 power minus 19. C, 1.062 into 10 power minus 19. D, none of these. Correct answer is option A. The magnitude of electric charge is 1.602 into 10 to the power minus 19 coulombs. Eighth one, dash is used to measure electric current. A, voltmeter. B, voltmeter. C, ammeter. D, resistor. The answer is C, ammeter. Ammeter is used to measure electric current. Ninth one, work done by the electric force of work done by the electric force on unit positive charge to move it through a distance is called A, resistance. B, voltage. C, current. D, conductivity. The correct answer is B, voltage. Work done by the electric force on unit positive charge to move it through a distance is called voltage. 10th one, the SI unit of voltage is A, volt. B, ampere. C, ohm. D, ohm meter. Correct answer is option A, volt. The SI unit of voltage is volt. 11th one, dash is used to measure potential difference. A, ammeter. B, voltmeter. C, voltmeter. D, resistor. Correct answer is option B, voltmeter. So voltmeter is used to measure potential difference. 12. The obstruction of the flow of current is called A, current. B, voltage. C, resistance. D, none of these. Option C is correct, resistance. The obstruction means oppose. The obstruction of the flow of current is called resistance. 13. Dash obey Ohm's law. A, metals. B, non-metals. C, alloys. D, none. So option A correct. Metals. Metals obey Ohm's law. 14. The metals which obey Ohm's law are called A, ohmic. B, non-ohmic. C, Druids. D, Lorentz. Answer is option A, ohmic. The metals which obey Ohm's law are called ohmic conductors or ohmic. 15. The filament of an electric bulb is made of A. Tungsten, B. Silver, C. Gold, D. Copper. Answer is option A. Tungsten. The filament of an electric bulb is made up of tungsten. 16. The melting point of tungsten is A. 4322 degrees centigrade, B. 2342 degrees centigrade, C. 2234 degrees centigrade, D. 3022 degrees centigrade. Correct answer is option D. 3422 degrees centigrade. That is, the melting point of tungsten is 3422 degrees centigrade. 17. Dash are used to make diodes. A. Metals, B. Non-metals, C. Semiconductors, D. None. Option C. Correct answer is option C. Semiconductors. So semiconductors are used to make diodes. 18. The material which offers resistance to the motion of electrons is called A. Resistor, B. Conductor, C. Non-conductor, D. None. Correct answer is option A. Resistor. That means the material which offers resistance to the motion of electrons is called resistor. That property is called resistant. That instrument is called resistor. 19. Electric power is equal to dash. A. V is equal to IR, B. P is equal to VI, C. Epsilon is equal to rho T, D. None of these. The correct answer is B. P is equal to V into I. Power is equal to voltage into current. So, electric power P is equal to V into I. 20. The SI unit of power is dash. A. Volt, B. Ampere, C. Watt, D. kWh. Correct answer is option C. Watt. The SI unit of power is watt. 21. Electric energy is equal to dash. A. V is equal to IR, B. Rho is equal to VI, C. Epsilon is equal to PT, D. None of these. The correct answer is option C. Epsilon is equal to PT. Power into time. 22. The SI unit of electric energy is dash. A. Volt, B. Ampere, C. Watt, D. kWh. Correct answer is kWh. Kilowatt hour. The SI unit of electric energy is kilowatt hour. That is kWh. 23. What happens to the resistance of wire if we increase the length of the wire? A. Increase, B. Decreases, C. Remains constant, D. None. The correct answer is option A. Increase. So when we increase the length of the wire, the resistance also increases. 24. 1 kWh value is A. 3.6 into 10 to the power 4 joule, B. 3.6 into 10 to the power 5 joule, C. 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule, D. 3.6 into 10 to the power 7 joule. The correct answer is option C. 3.6 into 10 to the power 6 joule. 25. If positive charges are moving from P to Q, then dash. A. P has higher potential, B. Q is at high potential, C. P, Q are at same potential, D. It cannot be decided. Option A. P has higher potential. 26. What about the resistance of a rod when the cross-sectional area of the rod increases? A. Increase, B. Decreases, C. Remains constant, D. None. Option B is correct. Decreases. So what about the resistance of a rod when the cross-section area of the rod increases? So if the cross-section area of the rod increases, the resistance decreases. Inversely proportional. 27. Which of the following is the equation of electric power P? Option A. P is equal to VI, B. P is equal to I square R, C. P is equal to V square by R, D. All. The correct answer is D. All. That means power P is equal to V into I, P is equal to I square R, P is equal to V square by R. 28. Electricity enters or ohms through two wires called lines. The potential difference between the wires is usually about dash. A. 250 volts, B. 240 volts, C. 260 volts, D. 270 volts. The correct answer is option B. 240 volts. The potential difference between the wires is usually about 240 volts. 29. When the conductor is not connected to the conductor. 29. When the conductor is not connected to the conductor through a battery, the electrons inside the conductor are in dash motion. A. Ordered, B. Random, C. Electric, D. Magnetic. Option B. Random. 30. Which of the following is the SI unit of potential difference? A. Ampere, B. Coulomb, C. Ohm, D. Volt. Correct answer is option D. Volt. So, SI unit of potential difference is volt. 31. The SI unit of resistance is dash. A. Ampere, B. Coulomb, C. Ohm, D. Volt. Correct answer is option C. Ohm. SI unit of resistance is ohm. 32. 1 volt by 1 ampere is the same as dash. Option A. 1 volt. Option B. 1 coulomb. Option C. 1 ampere. Option D. 1 ohm. So answer is option D. 1 ohm. So 1 volt by 1 ampere is the same as 1 ohm. 33. Which of the following are ohmic materials? A. Metals, B. Non-metals, C. LEDs, D. Graphite. Correct answer is A. Metals. 34. Which of the following are non-ohmic materials? A. Non-metals, B. LEDs, C. Electrolyte, D. All. Correct answer is D. All. That means non-metals, LEDs, electrodes are the non-ohmic materials. 35. If the current reaches to which ampere, it affects the functioning of heart, causes serious disruption, probably fatal if current lasts for more than 1 second. A. 0.007 ampere, B. 0.07 ampere, C. 0.015 ampere, D. 0.70 ampere. Correct answer is D. 0.7 ampere. 36. Which of the following is the SI unit of resistivity? A. Ohm, B. Ohm meter, C. Meter ohm, D. Ohm by meter. Option B is the correct answer. Ohm meter. SI unit of resistivity is ohm meter. 37. Which of the following is small unit of power? A. Volt, B. Ampere, C. Watt, D. Kilowatt. Option C correct. Watt. Which of the following is the small unit of power? So is the watt. 38. Which of the following is the product of power and time? A. Electric power, B. Electric force, C. Electric energy, D. None of these. Option C is correct. Electric energy. So which of the following is the product of power and time? Answer is electric energy. 39. The kilowatt hour is the unit of dash. A. Electric power, B. Electric force, C. Electric energy, D. None of these. The correct answer is C. Electric energy. 40. The filament of an electric bulb is usually made of tungsten because it has A. Higher resistivity and melting point, B. Lower resistivity and melting point, C. Lower resistivity and higher melting point, D. Higher resistivity and lower melting point. Option A. Higher resistivity and melting point. 41. If the battery is connected with wires, then the wires are increasing in heat. Which of the following does not change? A. Drift speed, B. Resistivity, C. Resistance, D. Density of electron. So option B is the correct. That means resistivity. 42. Which of the following fact influences the resistance? A. Length, B. Temperature, C. Nature of the substance, D. All of the above. Correct answer is D. All of the above means length, temperature, nature of the substance. 43. Which of the following factors is the effect of electric shock for human body? A. Potential difference. B. Electric current. C. Resistance of human body. D. All of the above. Option D correct. So that means potential difference, electric current, resistance of human body. 44. For ohmic conductors, V proportional die graph is A. Straight line passing from origin in first quadrant. B. Straight line passing from origin in second quadrant. C. Straight line passing from origin in third quadrant. D. Straight line passing from origin in fourth quadrant. Answer is A. Straight line passing from origin in the first quadrant. 45. 3 volts, 4 volts, 5 volts, 6 volts batteries are connected in series, then resultant potential is option B 18. So in series combination, V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3 plus V4 formula. 3 plus 4 7, 7 plus 5 12, 12 plus 6 18 volts. B correct. 46. If the length of wire increases, then the resistances A increases, B increase in the same rate, C decreases, D uncertain. Option B is correct. If the length of wire increases, then its resistance increases in the same rate. 47. If the cross-sectional area increases while temperature and length are constant, then its resistance A decreases, B increases, C depends on material, D A or both. Option A correct, decreases. 48. To a particular substance, dash is constant. A. Resistance. B. Specific resistance. C. Potential difference. D. All of the above. Option B is the correct answer. Specific resistance. 49. Specific resistance of alloys is generally dash times 2 metals. A. 30 to 300. B. 30 to 100. C. 1 by 10 to 1 by 100. D. 1 by 30 to 1 by 100. Option B correct. 30 to 100. 50. Nichrome is a combination of dash. A. Iron, steel and chromium. B. Chromium, steel and nickel. C. Nickel, steel and iron. D. Iron, chromium and nickel. Option D correct. Iron, chromium and nickel. 51. If three batteries having V1, V2, V3 EMF are connected in series, then resultant EMF is dash. A. V1 or V2 or V3. B. V1 or V3. C. V1 minus V2 minus V3. D. V1 plus V2 plus V3. The correct answer is D. V1 plus V2 plus V3. 52. R1, R2, R3 resistance are connected in series, then resultant resistance is A. R1, R2, R3. B. R1 plus R2 plus R3. C. R1, R2 plus R2, R3 plus R3, R1. D. R1 minus R2 minus R3. Correct answer is B. So in series combination, total resistance is R1 plus R2 plus R3. 53. Average resistance of a healthy dry human body is around dash. A. 100 ohm above. B. Below 5 lakhs ohm. C. 100 ohm to 5 lakhs ohm. D. Uncertain. Option C. 100 ohm to 5 lakhs ohm. 54. 1 unit is equal dash watt hour. A. 1000. B. 1 watt hour. C. 100. D. 36 into 10 to the power of 5. Answer is A. 1000. 55. Example for a semiconductor is dash. A. Nickel. B. Si means silicon. C. Ge means germanium. D. Both B and C. Answer is D. Both B and C means silicon and germanium. 56. The instrument which is used for measuring the magnitude of current flowing through a circuit is called A. Voltmeter. B. Galvanometer. C. Ammeter. D. None of these. Answer is C. Ammeter. 57. When the resistance of the conductor is increased, the current will dash. A. Increase. B. Decrease. C. Remain same. D. None of these. Answer is B. Decreases. 58. Ohm's law is valid when A. Temperature increases, B. Temperature decreases, C. Graph between V and I is a curve, D. Temperature remains constant. Our answer is option D correct. Temperature remains constant. 59. How is ammeter connected in the circuit? A. In series, B. In parallel, C. Depending on the nature of circuit, D. Both A and B cases. Answer is A. In series. 60. The example of non-ohmic conductor is A. Diode, B. Copper wire, C. Silver wire, D. None. A. Diode. 61. The resistance of an ideal voltmeter is A. 0, B. Very low, C. Very large, D. Infinity. Option C. Very large. 62. The unit of charge is A. Watt, B. Coulomb, C. Volt, D. Ampere. Answer is B. Coulomb. 63. Volt is the SI unit of option A. Charge, B. Resistance, C. Current, D. Potential difference. Answer is D. Potential difference. 64. What is 1 unit of household electrical energy in joule? A. 6 into 10 cube joule, B. 36 into 10 power 5 joule, C. 1000 joule, D. 3600 joule. Answer B. 36 into 10 power 5 joule. 65. Ampere second stands for the unit of A. Power, B. Charge, C. EMF, D. Energy. So answer is B. Charge. 66. Two resistances are connected in parallel and a current is sent through the combination. The current divides itself A. Equally in both the resistances, B. In the direct ratio of resistance, C. In the inverse ratio of resistance, D. In none of the above manner. Answer is C. In the inverse ratio of resistance. 67. The positively charged ions in an electrolytic solution are called A. Anode, B. Cathode, C. Anion, D. Cation. Answer is D. Cation. 68. In an electrolyte cell, 68. In an electrolytic cell, the electrode connected to the positive terminal of the battery is called A. Cation, B. Anion, C. Cathode, D. Anode. Answer is D. Anode. 69. What is the power produced by an appliance marked 240 volts 2 amperes? A. 8.3 megawatt, B. 120 watt, C. 480 watt, D. 60 watt. Answer is C. 480 watt. 70. What is the effective resistance of an appliance marked 240 volts 4 ampere? A. 0.017 ohm, B. 120 ohm, C. 960 ohm, D. 60 ohm. Answer is D. 60 ohm. 71. The resistivity of semiconductor A. Decreases as the temperature increases, B. Increases as the temperature increases, C. Remains constant even when temperature varies, D. Decreases as the temperature decreases. Option A. Decreases as the temperature increases. 72. A bulb is rated 0.2 ampere 3 volt. What is the resistance of filament of the bulb? 15 ohm, 18 ohm, 0.07 ohm, 0.6 ohm. Answer is option A. 15 ohm. 73. Ohm's law. A is valid for conductors, B is not valid for semiconductors, is valid for electrolytes, D is valid for diodes. Option A is valid for conductors. 74. When an electric current flows through a metallic wire, the particles moving are A. Protons, B. Ions, C. Atoms, D. Electrons. Answer is D. Electrons. 75. Coulomb is the SI unit of A. Current, B. Charge, C. Resistance, D. Potential difference. Option B correct. Charge. 76. In metals, A. All the electrons are free, B. No electrons is free, C. A large number of electrons are free, D. There are no electrons at all. Option C. A large number of electrons are free. 77. The path of motion of free electron in a metal is A. Circular, B. Straight line, C. Zigzag, D. Parabola. Option C is correct answer, zigzag. 78. Joule per coulomb is equivalent to A. Ohm, B. Watt, C. Ampere, D. Volt. Answer is D. Volt. 79. A voltmeter is used to measure A. Electric current, B. Electric power, C. Potential difference, D. Resistance. Answer is C. Potential difference. 80. An ammeter should be connected in dash way in circuit. A. Parallel, B. Opposite, C. Series, D. No specific method. Answer is C. Series.